the best writer was me. Now, all the writers I worked with were good. I don't know who was the best. I wrote most of the stuff. So, I'm really my biggest fan. You may have known. One other question?
Okay, let's take a lady right there.
Hey. Well, now that we know your favorite creation, who is your least favorite creation?
Squirrel girl. She's asking you what's your least favorite creation.
My least favorite creation?
Yeah.
Diablo.
Ooh.
I was doing a strip with Kirby, and I had the whole thing worked out, but I couldn't figure out who the villain was. And I came up with the name Diablo, and Jack Drew, a real scary-looking guy. And I said, okay, that's it. But I forgot, I don't remember what his power was, what he did, what he wanted to do. All I know is we had a villain called Diablo. We put it in one of the books. I don't even remember which title it had. Fantastic Four.
Fantastic.
I guess it sold okay. Nobody said anything to me later. But he's a villain I made up, and I don't know who he is or what he is. I just made up the name, and the rest of it just fell by itself.
Okay, guys, we just got enough for 2 more questions. We'll take one from that little boy right there.
Hold on.
I'm sorry I judged you.
The question was, are you ever going to make a movie about yourself?
Well, believe it or not, there are people talking about that and working on it. And who's that actor who lives near me with the Latin name? What?
Antonio Banderas?
Leo.
Leo
Leo DiCaprio. Never remember that. He's been talking about maybe playing the role. I don't know if he's good looking enough. You tell me.
Hey, so what happened is that Stan, where he lives at, there's like, at the time, James, the guy that, the transporter, the guy, whatever, he lived across the street. At the end of the block, Dr. Dre lived there. And Leo lives like 2 houses over. So we're leaving one day, just going to the office, and all of a sudden I see this guy, he's running, I guess, doing his exercise. And I see him coming out. I said, what? Oh my God, a fan, let me just go. He catches up to the car, he goes, Stan. And I'm just looking, oh my God, what do I do? I said, okay, Max, let me talk to him. I said, all right. I roll down the window and I look and I go, holy shit, it's Leo. Stan, it's me, it's good to, and this is the part. Stan, I heard that you're interested in making a movie. Let me talk to you about it. I can play it. And I'm like, Stan's like, yeah, talk to my agent, we'll talk to him. And it was funny, it was like he's fanboying out.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one more story. This is the best one of my favorite fanboys. I fanboy all the time. When I'm with them, I have my fun. Went to the Golden Globes. And it's in that book, if you guys look at it, that amazing, incredible thing. It's in that book where there's a photograph of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. It actually happened. That's my photo, and they cartooned it. What happened is Stan's right there, and I go, okay, Stan, he's having his fun. Down on the corner, Steven Spielberg. I said, hell yeah, no one's going to stop me this time. So I'm walking over there, and I'm right, like, from here to this dude, about to say hi to Steven Spielberg. I had my what was it? Raiders of the Lost Ark thing. I'm going to get it signed because I sneaked it in. And all of a sudden, some guy comes up and taps me on the shoulder, and he says, and I go, what the hell, security? And I look, Brad Pitt. And he goes, excuse me, are you with Mr. Lee? And I go, yeah. Hey, would it be okay if we said hi? I go, yeah, sure, come on. We walk over and say, yeah, Brad Pitt's with me. We get there, and I go, hey, Stan, Brad Pitt, Stan Lee. Brad, good to see you. And they're just talking. And right there, you see like a little kid in Brad Pitt, like, so tell me about Spider-Man, and why did you kill Uncle Ben, and yada, yada, yada. They're having their conversation. And I'm just like with my camera, like the tick, 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 taking photographs. And then the next thing, it's like this. This is Stan and this is Brad. And then all of a sudden, I'm right over here taking the photographs. And then out of that backside, Angelina's coming. And this is the time they were having marital problems. Right. Comes behind them, and she stands right on this side over here. So this is Brad. And she's like that, and they're just in that conversation. She goes, tugs his little jacket, and she tugs it again. And he looks and he goes, tugs it again. And she finally says, honey, aren't you going to introduce me? And Brad just steps back for a second. Stan, this is my wife, Angie. Angie, Stan, blah, blah, blah. So, Stan, what else was going on?
It isn't true.
It is true.
No, the rumor that you may have heard. It isn't true that they had marital problems because Angelina saw me and...
Honest to God, that photo is the one. And a lot of those photos that you see, it's just spontaneous. The one with George Clooney going through CNN, and all of a sudden I go like that, and I go, oh, say, George, hey, Mr. Clooney, hello. And then he says, hello. And then he goes, Max, who was that? I said, that's George Clooney. And he kind of, there's only one George I know. Yeah, that's it, George Clooney. Hey, George, how are you, Stan? I didn't want to interrupt you, Stan, but can we take a photo real quick? Get to snap, starts doing this. I mean, honestly, these celebrities, they're fanboys, every last one of them.
But I'll tell you about one real nice guy, Steven Spielberg. I'm a name dropper. I like dropping his name. I was talking to him once, and he said, you know, Stan, you and I do pretty much the same thing, except my characters move. And I thought it was a nice thing to say. I appreciated that. Then he walked away to talk to people who were more important than me.
No way.
Well, I guess that about wraps it. No, he's a great guy. That about wraps it up.
Yep, we're just about done, guys. So again, okay, we'll take one last question. You pick it.
And if you think I don't really care for you people, I have a 4-hour drive going back home. We're still doing these questions.
The guy in the back, right there, Negan.
All right. What is your favorite cameo out of all the movies you've done?
Ooh. He's asking, what is your favorite cameo of all the movies?
Well, so far, I think the one in Thor, where he's at the bar having a drink, and I'm next to him, and I say, hey, can I have some of that? And he said, no, this is too strong. This is Viscardi liquor. And I say, hey, I can handle it. Come on, I want a drink. And he gives me a sip, and in the next scene, they're carrying me out. Now, the reason it's my favorite, you may not have thought of this, it's the first one I've done that's 2 scenes. So I'm now shooting for a 3-scene cameo. The next thing you know, I'll have the whole movie.
Spoiler. For the young generation here?
Yeah, they're asking one last question. What advice would you give to all these true believers?
Grow up! I don't know, just to me, the most important thing in the world, the most important philosophy or rule for living isn't something we all know. It's only 10 words. And it goes, do unto others as you'd have others do unto you. I think if you treat people the way you'd want to be treated, if everybody did that, we'd have a perfect world. So I think that's what we ought to try for. And thank you all for coming.
He reminded me. My phone.
Excelsior!